The following podcast may contain words, phrases, themes, and/or situations that some may consider offensive or triggering. You have been warned.
What you want, what you want.
Welcome to the Lazy Geeks. I'm Steven Vargas along with Adam Riley, a podcast where we talk about whatever triggered us today.
That was creepy.
I'm like Jarvis or something.
I know.
What the fuck was that?
It starts getting sassy like Jarvis. You know, it starts kind of. Oh, you were always low key. You know, fuck you, man.
I'm going through a lot of shit right now. Oh, fuck it. No, so to recap, there's the trip. The bus stop is in the middle of the street because there's a bus lane. Blah blah blah. So there's no shade. There's two little pieces. There's two little benches with shade, and then just a giant strip, and we just stand in the sun, right?
Right.
Now I went to a supervisor training, and I, working for the city of Phoenix. I'm with everybody, so I was with someone. Public transit was there. I said, "Hey, since you're here, you throw some
Since
shade
you're here, since you're here, I'm gonna bitch at you for a second.
I was like, let's let the water department and the and public transit come together on this. I was like, put some shade, and she wrote it down. So I don't know. I told everybody, I'm like, if they put shade here, you better come fucking talk to me.
No, she wrote down this motherfucker trying to tell
for
me.
real. But the thing is, so I have we have to stand out. Well, I stand out there for like 35 minutes because I'm fucking crazy, and I could just wait in the office, but I'm like, it's 5 o'clock, I'm out.
Yeah,
so,
you know what happened in Office Space when
yeah, for real. So I have this cool hat made by Mission. I'm getting older now, so I have equipment. But it's called a cool hat. So if you sweat in it, it feels cool, or you can drench it in water. It's I don't know.
I've
Made
seen
out
those.
of something. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it
I've
works.
seen those
It works
for like
really well.
I've seen those for like desert hikers and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it works really well. Well, you are a desert hiker. You live in Phoenix, you're a desert hiker.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go. You go to get the mail, you're fucking hiking. So
Dude, I almost passed out going out to the mailbox.
I know. So I'm out there, and it's fine. I just stand there. I have my bag on. I have like a crossbody bag, and I'm just talking with a couple of, friends from the bus. No big deal. But there's some people that come up and they act like this is new. Like they didn't know, you know what I mean? And then they're like, why aren't we standing in the shade? And I go, what shade? And they're like, the people up there left. And I'm like, you are more than welcome to walk over there. I was like, I don't give a fuck. And then they'll look at me like I'm stupid. And there's this one dude, and he's kind of a pain in the ass because he's a, I know everything kind of guy. So perfect example. He's 5'3". That's all I have to say. He acts like he's larger than life, and I got to look down at him. But he's like, the bus was late. It's like 3 or 4 times a year the bus is late, and these people act like it happens every other day. So he goes and stands across the street, because there's more shade over there, and he keeps coming back. And someone's called ADOT, which is Arizona's Arizona Department of Transit. There you go. We'll call one of us. We'll draw straws basically, and someone will call ADOT and go, "Hey, the bus is late," and they'll have him spin back around. So he keeps coming back and asking, "Is there an update?" And he's all frustrated. So the third time he comes back, I'm a little frustrated because now I've been outside for about 50 minutes. It is hot, but I'm being cool with everybody. But you know me, Steve knows me. Okay, I'm cool, but now you're pissing me off. You know what I mean? So he comes over, he taps me on the shoulder. First of all, don't touch me, right? And then he's like, where's the bus? And I'm like, if you want to know where the fucking bus is, get on the phone and call, right? And this is the first time anyone's ever seen me lose my cool at this bus stop. Everybody's like, oh shit. I'm usually the guy telling jokes, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, don't fucking ask me about this bus anymore. I'm getting real fucking irritated with you. Go back over to your shady spot under the tree. And when you see it come by, you can trot over here. Get the fuck out of my face. And he walks across the street. And then I turn back and I was talking to women. So I immediately go back to, okay. Are we good or blah blah blah? So when the bus comes, he comes.
Yeah, you turn back to the women. And go. So you horny now?
Yeah, I just took my dick out. I mean, it's obvious, So I get on the bus and I see him. I'm like, they're not gonna leave him because he's got to cross the path of the bus to get to the fucking bus. And the bus is already late. He's not gonna fucking peel out. He's already fucking an asshole. So we get on the bus and he gets on the bus and he comes up to me and I always sit in the back of the bus because I'm one of the cool kids, and he comes to the back and he goes, hey man, I just wanted to apologize for bothering you. And I go, it's fine, man. It was just hot outside. It's fine. And he goes, okay. And he's sitting there just staring at me and I go, did you want my autograph or what's up? And he's like, well, I just figured I was giving you the chance to apologize. I'm like, for what? And he's like, well, because you kind of yelled at me. I'm like, yeah, and I'd do it again. I'm not apologizing. I'm like, you're out of your mind. Go sit down, relax. It's like he's always telling people what to do. He's always, interrupting people. He's one of those ones where he doesn't want to listen to anybody. He's just waiting his turn to speak.
Right.
And then when I yelled at him, he remembered he was 5'3". Like he was like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I should relax.
Then I'd start calling him Napoleon. It's like, hey, it's
Napoleon. The only difference is Napoleon could back it up,
unless you're invading Russia in the winter. But that's
well, you fly too close to the sun. How's it go? It's fucking the wings, they fly off or they melt or something.
They melt. Yeah, they melt.
Fucking Napoleon's an asshole too. I thought Bill and Ted's excellent. What was it? Excellent Adventure? Fucking prick.
Yeah, well, the only thing you had to really kind of like to conquer him was take him to a swimming park. So that's all that you really needed to do.
That movie is a classic.
I love that movie, dude.
It is one of the greatest movies ever made. I'm saying it right now. Schindler's List, don't care. Okay, Gone with the Wind, fuck off.
Look, Schindler's List is a good movie, but Bill and Ted is a film.
That's right. That's right. What I want to see is cinema. Okay, I want to see fucking cinema. I want to see what is it? Regular movies, you go into the theater, right?
Right.
But when you go to see Bill and Ted, you say it like Steve says it, the theater. Okay,
the theater.
That's
the
right.
Theater.
Shakespearean shit.
We're going to the cinema.
The cinema. I'm gonna take in a film at the cinema. Fucking hoity-toity bullshit. I'm not getting popcorn. I'm gonna buy the fucking hamburger that they sell. Like, it's that classy. You know what I mean?
Oh, the other day I was at the computer and I wanted something on in the background, and at where I'm staying they have cable TV. I'm like, ooh, okay, so and I was looking through all the channels, and it's the same as it always been. 400 channels are really nothing.
Yeah.
but I was going through it, and then I saw, I think it was Flicks. I think it's Flicks because they don't have any commercials on it, and I just happened to catch it, and it was Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
love it,
followed by Airplane, followed by Stripes.
Oh, you settled in.
So I basically go, okay, I'm leaving the TV there for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man,
my son one time, he goes, cable TV is so stupid because there's nothing on. It's just a bunch of empty. Because he was at somebody's house. I go, yeah, it's mostly bullshit. It's just like the internet, mostly bullshit. And he goes,
like Netflix. You go on, it's mostly bullshit.
He goes, well, there's stuff to watch on the internet. And I go, yeah, like all the TikTok videos you watch. I watch you. What substance are you getting out of the fucking dribble that you're watching? And he goes, oh, here you go, Dad again. Says watching TikTok stupid. I said, no, you can watch TikTok, but don't act like you're watching something important.
You're not watching cinema, okay? That's
That's
what you're
right.
not getting.
You're watching bullshit is what you're watching. Stupid human tricks. My fucking daughter, she'll watch TikTok on TV. Like she'll stream. So
Oh,
my daughter's down from NAU. God bless her. We missed her, you know. She
as
streams
much as you possibly could.
right. She streams her phone to the television.
Oh God.
And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a girl thing. I'm gonna just say it. I don't know if it's a Hispanic thing. But the fucking TV is always too fucking loud. I don't know what's going on. Like, they're all deaf, you know. So she cranks the volume up. And what really pisses me off is I can't I can't stand hearing something on repeat for too long. I lose my mind.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
she'll
yeah. Like when I go when I scroll through Netflix, you know how they always start to play
yeah.
like the trailer for it. I always hit mute. I
I
hit mute when
can't.
I'm scrolling through. I can't deal with that. Yeah.
Don't force media into my head. I didn't want to experience that. So she'll have something on, some stupid, TikTok or whatever, and then she'll fuck off to the kitchen or something. And then I'm just in the room and my brain registers that I'm going insane because I'm just hearing da 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 da. And I get up and I go, if you don't turn this, I lose my mind. And then she told me one time, she was joking, but she goes, I am an adult. I go, uh-huh. She's 19. She goes, I can watch what I want on TV and I can do what I want on my phone and I can get food when I want. And I go, well, let's rewind the clock a little bit, sweetheart. I bought the TV, I bought the phone, I paid for the service, and I bought the food you fucking eaten. And she's like, she kind of hangs there for a second and goes, I'm still an adult. I still have that. I'm like, you're right.
Oh
She just
man.
got a job teaching because she's in school to be a teacher. And
Mhm.
everyone's been telling her how she's going to go broke being a teacher. She got a part-time job teaching summer school. She makes the same amount I make hourly. I'm like, what? Let me be a teacher real quick.
Oh, God.
This is bullshit. I was a little mad. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I'm a supervisor. Like, what the fuck?
Oh
Uh,
man. Yeah, but it's interesting out here now. You know, like oh God, what was it? When it reached like well, like in March when we had that surprise heat wave.
yeah,
Like in March, I was
that
like,
was strange, by the way. It wasn't supposed to happen.
I know I'm walking through the house, going, "The fuck is this?" And everyone's like, "This is weird." Everyone's like, "This is not
Everyone
normal."
has their hands up. This doesn't happen usually. As you're packing. Fuck it.
but living in a place that has central heating and air, um, it and also well insulated. It really does separate you from what you're feeling inside and then going outside,
Yeah.
and then you're just kind of like, oh wow, oh okay, it is, oh that cat did just explode across the street.
Arizona in the summer, your front door becomes an airlock. It feels like you're going to a different planet. I went out this morning. I think it was like, no, not this morning. I think it was like 1 o'clock. I went to go throw the trash out, and I'd been in the house the whole time. And my wife keeps this place at 71. Okay.
Oh, I
So
wish.
she comes in and she goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm playing Stellar Blade." And she goes, "Oh, did you save it recently?" And I go, "No." She goes, "Oh, throw the trash out." And I go, "Why not?" Yeah. So so I pause it. She only does it with Stellar Blade because the character's really hot and she gets a little weird when she sees me watching playing it. So I go, "All right, I'll take trash." As soon as I walk out, I go, "Jesus fucking Christ." I felt like I landed on the sun.
Well, it's funny because like in here, like I said, it's like well, I live with a bunch of older people, so it can't be too cold. And
Right. They're already
so
cold.
yeah, they're yeah, their whole biological thing is that they're already cold. So, the house is pretty well insulated and it's pretty cool. And Oliver, is like, hey, I like this. I can actually sleep on a blanket in June. And
Yeah.
but then I open the door to step into the garage and it's just like, oh my god, I'm home at 100, at 105. Suddenly I'm transported back to the valley, and it's like 105. Then I open the door to step out, and it's like, you know. When the people's face melt in the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, that's kind of how you feel when
So
you open the door.
it's
And
so funny that you're saying all this, because remember when I told you when I lived in Boston, I had never seen central air.
oh
I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
lived in air conditioning. I felt it in stores, but I never had it. So when we moved here, everybody's got central air. So we moved to an apartment. I was like, "What is this?" I think I said, "Why is your heater up here?" Because I thought it was the heater vent. He goes, "No, it's AC. Put your hand on it." And I go, "Is that why it's so cold in here?" Because I moved here in August. I was like, "This is a magical device." It's like you feel like your social class or economic class jumped up. Like you're just like, I'm rich now. Like everyone below me is trash. Like I don't.
Yeah, it and oh, what was it? Oh yeah, on Threads, I get a lot of people from Arizona, and somebody said, uh, "Tell me you live in Arizona without telling me you live in Arizona." And someone says, "I carry a coat for when I go into work, and it's 63
It's
degrees,
true. It's true.
and it's 110 outside."
Yeah, a lot of the it's such a pain in the ass too. So my office is cold. Not cold enough for me to need a sweater, but the ladies,
Mhm.
they get a little colder, so they all have sweaters and stuff. But like you're cold and then you go outside for lunch and then you come in and it takes you a minute for your body to realize it's no longer hot. So you're still
Oh,
sweating, so that we have this cold conference room. It's extra cold in there. You'll see people just walk there and go to just try to cool back off. We all have little fans at our desk, and it's it's not the heat here is not a joke. A
no.
lot of people will be like, "Oh, it's whatever." No, it's not whatever. It will kill you if you're an idiot. But it's the same as if I was living back east and it snowed fucking 12 inches. It's the same kind of shit, you know. So it's you just weather you have to avoid. It's
Well, it
just,
was like,
everything's hot, so you can't really avoid
yeah.
it.
Well, it's like today. Their washer and dryer is in the garage, and it's like
Yeah.
about 12 in the afternoon, so it's already pretty warm in that thing. And I go over there and I put the clothes in there, and I'm quickly soaking some items and kind of getting them prepped for the wash machine, and then I throw them in there. But I do it in the garage because if I get water on the floor, it's just the fucking garage.
Yeah, who
And
cares?
then I finally throw it in, and then I throw it in there and turn it on, and then I step through the doorway to get back into the house, and it's just like this kind
Yeah.
of breeze that hits
Well,
you, and I'm
especially
just
garages are extra hot because they're like little ovens.
yeah.
You walk in there, your balls are stuck to your taint. You're like, "Fuck me."
Well, it's funny too because Oliver likes to follow me around. And so when I go into the garage, we kept keeping him out of there, so that made him want to go in there
Yeah.
extra,
My cat's the same way.
yeah. And but finally, I go, well, look, the garage door is closed. I go, and after a while, he will look for me, so he'll come out. So I said, don't worry about it. As long as the doors aren't open, I don't care. So he'll walk in the garage and he'll start snooping around and stuff like that. During the winter, he did that. And a couple of times I'll go, "Where's Oliver?" And then I'd walk over to the door that leads in the garage, and I hear this faint "meow, meow," and I was
Please
like,
help me.
and then I open the door, and he's sitting there looking at me like, "What the fuck took you so long?" And and but now that it's hot in there, I left the door open, and he looked, and then I turn around, and I notice he's right behind me. And I finish up doing the laundry thing, and then I go. And normally he stays roaming around in there until I leave, and then I turn the light off, and then he comes running out. Nope, this time I finished everything. I walk back. He's back in the house, looking at me like that is insane in there. What are
He's
you
like, "What
doing?
the fuck?" Yeah. Are you okay?
He's
So
like
funny.
he's looking at me like this bitch lived in a house that hot. Now he's in here and he's still over there. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, but the summer's definitely manageable. I think the only thing I do different in the summer is I will put like I have like the spray on fucking foot powder.
Mm,
And I'll throw that on because listen, man, when you're commuting and you're at bus stops and shit, you get your shoes fucked up, sweating them up. But other than and they like a body deodorant, but it's whatever, man. It's I definitely the thing I love here, and everyone says I'm stupid because they're like, why would you add a layer? Gotta wear an undershirt, man.
Mm,
You wear an undershirt and you'll be cooler because
yeah.
you sweat a little bit, and then it's like you have, and then you also don't look like a mess with fucking your out shirt all sweaty.
Well, one thing I did notice here is that even though it's hot, like it's 100 degrees, there's a slight breeze.
Yeah, there will
There,
be days where that breeze is gone, and you're wondering why you're not gone because it's fucking as soon as that breeze leaves, and it teases you sometimes too. Like I'll be out the bus stop and there's a steady breeze, and then all of a sudden the breeze it just disappears for like a steady 30 seconds, and you could feel your body going, "We gotta go. We can't be here anymore." And then it kicks up again. You're like, "What the fuck?" It's like God's reminding you, "I can pull the plug any fucking time. don't fuck with me."
the breeze suddenly goes away, and then you're like, I should walk towards that light, right?
Yeah, all of you hear, oh, 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 oh shit.
Well, yeah, because like a couple of weeks ago, I was walking to Dollar Tree, and it's not that far. It's only a couple blocks away,
Yeah.
and the one day I was walking, it was like 80 something degrees, and I walked down there, didn't sweat, came all the way back, and it was fine. But then I realized, oh, it's overcast. Like there's a lot of like patchy clouds, and I was like, going, okay, reason why I didn't sweat. So then the next like 2 days later, I was walking down in that area. I think I was going to 7-Eleven or something. But I was like, "Oh, it's about the same temperature." So when I went down there, and as I was coming back, I was sweating, and I'm like, "Why am I sweating?" And then all of a sudden, I kind of look up, and it's like all blue sky, and I was like, "Oh, that's why, that's why." It's
Yeah, you look up and you're like, oh, thanks.
yeah. It's like, "Oh yeah, okay, fuck you. All right, I got it."
It is kind of fun. It's funny because perception is all based on where you live. Like I'm sure when you're in a place that rains a lot, it's on a sunny day, you're like, ah, the sun. This is such a nice day. Here you look up and you go, you're my enemy. We get too much fucking sun. But I'm hoping for a good monsoon season this year.
Well, they said it's supposed
Um,
to be a um, uh, aggressive monsoon season. That's what the news reports
yeah.
have been saying.
So your side of town um gets flooding because it's an older it's older.
Yeah.
So you'll want to talk to your roommates there and see if it happens in your neighborhood. But on my side, it doesn't. They figured it out before they built my side. um, but yeah, you'll notice in Arizona, especially if you're in the East Valley, there'll be these like green areas that look like parks or whatever, but they're like a ditch. Like, it's like they
Yeah.
dug a hole. Those
Yeah,
are
there are a
overflow
lot of those around
rain.
here.
Yeah,
That's what
and they
yeah.
work really well. So it's funny because after really good rain, you'll come out and that pack you had a little fucking picnic at, whatever, is now a swimming pool, and you're like, oh shit, see a duck in it, you know.
Um, what game are you playing now? What did you say you were playing?
I'm playing Stellar Blade. So Stellar Blade is a newer game. I think it came out a year or two ago.
Oh, that's
Um,
ancient by
I
everybody's standards.
well, 9 times out of 10, I'm playing something that came out in the '90s, but um, it's a really so before I get into this, because I know
Uh-oh.
there's people listening that are going, sure, you're playing Stellar Blade. It is a really good game. The story's good, the mechanics and fighting and all that are amazing, but the game is made by a Korean studio, and Korea does not have the same sensibilities about how women should look in games. So so we're dialing it back to like OG Laura Croft basically, because this you're a supermodel essentially. So you're a sentient android. It's a sci-fi. I'm not even gonna get into it, but she's gorgeous. She's fucking gorgeous.
Of
It's
course,
amazing.
of course.
And you get little outfits that you could change her into and all the bullshit. My dogs are freaking out because somebody was walking by. Um so I'm playing this game, and I was telling my I'm playing the game. I'm telling my wife how cool the game is. She goes, "Is that one with that hot Asian girl?" And I go, "That's not what the game's about." And and it's not. She doesn't even act like she's not like, "Oh my god," like she's she acts like a normal person. She is actually a deep character. So she's seen her in the very beginning because she was in here when I started it. But now um I have changed some aesthetics of the character. So now she comes in and she goes, "Huh, when I first came in here, she was in a bodysuit, like a flight suit basically." And I go, "Right." She goes, "Now she's in a mini skirt." And I go, "Oh, well, she has like different outfits." And she goes, do they aid you in some way?" I'm like, "I mean, they're aiding me right now, I guess." But and then she goes, "And why does she have glasses on now?" And I'm like, "Well, she has to see."
I
You know
can't
that.
I can't play with a visually impaired character.
I fucking found glasses and it said, "Would you like to equip?" And I go, "Of course I would." Like, put the fucking glasses on her, please. Um, but it is fun in the fan servicey way, of course. But there was some controversy when it first came out. I remember some lady. It was only Americans that cared,
Yeah, of
but
course.
they were like, "It's not even realistic. No one looks like that." Blah 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 blah. And then they were shut up when they found out that they actually scanned a Korean model and used her body as the one on the thing. And then the CEO was like, "I mean, women here look like that. I don't know." And I was like, "Ooh, shots fired, bro."
I mean, women that are complaining, they don't look like the ones that you see at KFC.
Right. Maybe don't go to McDonald's today, and you too can look like Eve from Stellar Blade, you know? But yeah, her name. So, oh, that's another thing. So, her name is Eve.
Mhm.
And there's a guy. There is. I don't even think there's a reason for this, but there's a guy that flies the ship, and his name is Adam. So
Of
this
course it is.
beautiful Korean supermodel is running around constantly going, "Adam, I have to get to Adam, Adam, Adam," and it's nice. I'm not gonna lie. Or she'll
I'm right here, Eve. I'm right here.
I'll be answering her too. She'll be like, "Adam, can you pull up the map?" And I'll go, "Sure thing, doll. Anything for you." But no, it's a good game. And I've been playing. I did start another game called Pragmata, which is really good. It's a very interesting game. I haven't really played too much of it, but basically, you're on the moon, some like facility. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I think AI took over and killed everybody. Um, but you're just a regular guy. Like you're in a suit and you shoot a gun, you know. But you meet this like robot AI, and she's like a 8-year-old girl,
Hmm.
and but she can hack, so she'll stand on your back and you'll press a button to open her display, and then you can hack machines and shit. And it's a really interesting it's really interesting, and I like it too because it taps into a little bit of like the fatherhood in me, because the guy's kind of doting over this, like, "Don't do that." Like, watch out. You know what I mean? That's a whole different situation than Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade's not the fatherhood hat. Stellar Blade's the gooner hat. We over here, we acted foolish in Stellar Blade. um you've been playing any games lately?
No, not really. I started playing. I haven't bought a new game in forever, so all the games that I have are pretty much a few years old. But I had played a little bit of Horizon, and
Mhm.
um, and I found myself, particularly when I was starting the game, just kind of drawn into how beautiful and like amazing
Yeah.
that game looks. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, why did it stop? I'm like, oh shit, this is where I'm supposed to come in there and actually do it. Um, but yeah, I played that for a little bit, and then I've just been trying to get everything going and stuff like that. So I haven't been playing any games.
Yeah.
Um, but I've moved my content from uh, um, Plex to Jellyfin.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
Actually, now that I got that thing with the seasons of TV shows, it actually functionally works better when I'm streaming it from my computer to my TV through there. I use the Infuse app through Apple TV, and it the interface is simpler, but
Yeah.
also I like it because it that's one of the things that bothered me about uh Plex was is they were integrating so much of their own live TV and movies and all that crap that your stuff gets buried further and further down.
Yep.
And the more and more I was listening to stuff, they're like going, yeah, they did you hear how much they'd raised their lifetime pass?
No, I didn't even know
Uh,
you had to pay for. I haven't used Plex in years.
well, they have a lifetime Plex pass, and the the part that you pay for is being able to access your stuff like on mobile when you're out and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay, that's cool.
And I stream my stuff in the house, on my TV, and that's free. But they had a Plex Pass that you can do all that stuff, and for a while it was like $175, and that's for life.
Jesus.
And then, like last year, they raised it to 250, and I was like, Jesus. And I was like, lifetime. I mean, if you're using it that long, it
If
could,
you're using it a lot, I get it.
yeah.
But
But this recently, they said, oh yeah, so we had been thinking about they're trying to shift Plex in a different direction, and they thought about actually getting rid of the lifetime passes, but instead they decided, okay, and we can use that money for people that come in and basically build up our shit. $550,
Jesus Christ.
and everybody on there, even Linus from Linus Tech Tips, was like, it's time to ditch Plex. And I was
At
just like,
that cost, I can buy a device that I can carry around with all my stuff on it.
I could buy a couple of Raspberry Pis for that.
Yeah, for real.
And we'll be right back with more after this. Hey there, podcast listener. Stephen Vargas here, host of the Lazy Geeks, Great American Shit Show, and my latest, the Gen X Construct. For the next couple of months, we are fundraising to help pay some bills. We have reached that time of year where we need to pay for renewals of the domain and hosting of the site. And for many years, I funneled the cost to keep them going. One of the main purposes of these kind of ads were to make these shows and sites self-sustaining. And we don't need a lot, but every little bit helps. If we exceed the amount we need, we'll use it to upgrade some of the equipment that needs to be upgraded, like headphones, monitors, mouse, and maybe move to paid programs like Adobe Audition. I know they're the evil empire, but honestly, I like it better than Audacity. And maybe it can replace my hand-me-down computer chair that slowly sinks when I sit in it for more than 5 minutes. If you know, you know. Now, if I don't get that much, I can obviously get the bougie food for Oliver, maybe even treats or some toys. He deserves it. And if you would like to help us out during this time, you can click on the various links in the show notes for PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle, or you can go to the website, thelazygeeks.com/donations, and get more details there. All donations will get a shout out on all the shows, and we appreciate you and hope you can help a brother and his cat out. Now, back to the show.
That's insane,
And
man.
yeah, so I was like, and I've been noticing that like when I watch video, particularly higher quality videos, not porn, for those of you listening.
Right.
Um,
Porn works fine.
yeah, I can watch it at 720. It's not a big deal. But
If you watch it at 360, it's like you're watching scrambled porn when you didn't pay for Cinemax.
I know. I feel like I'm back. I'm back at at home as a kid.
There's a nostalgia that it really drives it home for you.
It's
You
like
know?
it's like Showtime or Cinemax free weekend. You're like
That's
going,
right.
oh,
That's
cool.
right. Dude, don't you just brought up so many memories back in the day. Free weekend, you say? Absolutely.
Oh God, I remember those where you're sleeping like, hey, we get Cinemax now, and then you see Free Wick, and you're like, oh right, wait till everybody goes to sleep.
Hey, everyone, you guys got to work tomorrow, right? I just want to know if you're gonna go to bed.
it, Steve, it's like 8:30. I know, but you guys got to get your sleep for work tomorrow.
Red Shoe Diaries is on at 10. Get the fuck out of
Oh
here.
my God,
Red Shoe
God, Richard
Diaries,
Diaries.
baby.
Oh my God,
That shit was
David
so
Duchovny's
funny.
best role. Um,
I forgot he was in it. Ah!
yeah. But so I started looking at Jellyfin and everybody, but anyway, what I was saying was the higher quality, like 10-bit um, downloads that I had towards the end of the hour. If I was like watching on TV at the end of the hour of the episode, the sync would go off or the video would start to get a little janky,
Mm.
and I was like, going, what the hell? Almost like a buffering issue. And I was like, but
When
it
it's in
only
your own
did.
house, it's crazy.
I know. And I was like, what the hell? And it was always on certain shows that I noticed. So, so when I moved it over to, I decided to try Jellyfin because they're saying it works a lot better. You know, it's they don't have as many issues. So I go, all right, so I'll try that. So, um, when I moved my movies over there, I also moved my TV shows, and so the last night I was streaming one of the episodes that always stuttered at the end, and I watched whole thing work perfectly. One of the things I do like about it though, that I like about this versus Plex, is that you can force an embed of subtitles
Yeah,
because on
I've
Plex
heard you can do that.
on Plex you had to have the file in with that, and it was just kind of a pain in the ass. But I noticed like when I was watching on my computer, um, I got a download of a movie called Failsafe, and it's one of the it's an old, I think, 50s and 60s TV movie. Henry Fonda, Walter Matthau. It had like a lot of
Nice.
big name actors, but it was about um, uh, an accidental bombing of a nuclear bombing of Moscow, and in order for it to, in order for Russia not to launch its full-fledged assault, the U.S. had to agree to bomb one of its own cities.
Mm.
And it's this whole big thing, and I've heard about it for the longest time, and I finally got a download of it. But I didn't realize is that the main track was in Italian, but it also but when I went in to look at it at Plex, I noticed the audio file also provided an English one. So I was like, oh cool. So I clicked on that. I was able to watch
That's
it in
cool.
English without doing anything funky. So
Yeah, I've seen. I don't usually use subtitles for like English shows or movies, but I watch a lot of anime, and I haven't done it, but I've seen that there are fan translations of shows that they haven't gotten around, like a lot of the older ones. You know what I mean? Like some classic anime that never came
can
over
you
here.
imagine? Can you imagine if we did a
Bro,
fan
stop.
subtitles?
If we ever do that, don't watch it. Right? Not worth your time. To be honest with you. No,
Do
but
you even
it's
lift, bro? Like,
but there's like I don't know, like stupid stuff, like specials for Yu-Gi-Oh that never came here, or something stupid like that. And that
right?
you'll have fan translations, and you can inject them into the thing. So I thought that was kind of cool, but I haven't done it. There's enough fucking English anime for me to watch, let alone translating shit from Japan.
And also, not very even good at English. So, how are we
You're right.
translating?
You're absolutely correct. Oh, I was gonna say, well, finish your jellyfin then, and then I remembered something that I can go into.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Um, but yeah, and I do like there's a lot of good customization that you can do. Like you
Yeah.
can even, do like your own backdrop. So when you bring up like a series, then you can have a customized backdrop while you're scrolling through and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty cool. I've been enjoying it. So far it hasn't given me any issues. But now I just got to start watching half the stuff I've got.
Yeah. That's finding the time to fucking watch anything nowadays
Yeah,
is the problem. But yeah,
I
I
gotta
had
watch.
jellyfin.
I gotta watch Spider Noir.
I have that,
Oh, you
and
got that too?
I haven't watched it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Which
got
one did you get?
the black and white.
Of course.
That's
Okay.
right. I see Noir. It better not be in color. It doesn't make any sense to me. I heard it was really good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people said it's really cool to watch it in the black and white.
Yeah. They said that Marvel was like, you watch the first 2 episodes in black and white, and then you watch the third one in color. I'm like, fuck off. I'm just pick one. Like we're not gonna be doing that. But yeah, it should be. I've been meaning that, and then I want to see. There's a lot of shit out right now that I want to see. There's that. Michael, I want to see that. Everyone said
I'm
that's
not
really
sure about
good.
that. I've heard that too, but I was like, what was it? Somebody said the problem with Michael is that the movie ends before the controversies come up. They go, it's like watching a biography of O.J. Simpson and ends it when he got the Heisman Trophy.
Ah, listen, can we just have fun with 80s Michael? Like just please.
like
Um,
the SNL sketch that I sent you about that the guy playing Tucker Carlson when he
oh
talked
yeah.
about he's like, and it ended it before naturally he became white.
And I know it didn't do well. I don't really remember why, but people said it's a good movie. But I want to see the second Mortal Kombat.
Oh, so do I. I got it.
Um,
I
yeah,
haven't watched it yet, but
I want to see that one. I want to see Obsession.
I'm not
I
sure about
heard
that one.
I heard it's a fucked up movie, dude. Like
That's
I
what
heard
I've
it's
heard too. That's why.
yeah. Well, at first I was like, I thought it was just about a crazy girl. Like I told my wife, I go, the name of this movie, I told her, did you know what the working title of this movie was? And she goes, it's called Obsession. I'm like, yeah, but you know what it was before that? She goes, what? And I said, so you're dating a Latina. And she threw a shoe at me and proved my point. So, but no, it's
Because I don't want to feel guilty when I'm jerking off to a movie. You
right,
know, it's
right.
like, yeah.
But I guess it's because he makes a wish or something. This guy's basically a pussy. From what I
Mm.
saw in the trailer, she gave him the chance. She asked, they're friends, but he's in love with her, and she goes, "Do you like me?" Like, and he pussied out. And he didn't say anything. And that same
Uh,
night, I guess he makes a wish for her to be obsessed with him, not understanding what the word obsessed entails, and I guess it goes into a lot of supernatural shit. I think she's just possessed basically, but I was like, fuck. And I was listening. There's a clip that's been going on
thing is, she's
online.
cute too. Like
She's
she's
real
cute.
cute. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I guess she killed the role. Like she did really well. And there's this clip they've been using it as like a when you tell her the wrong thing or whatever, but they're at a restaurant and he says something and she goes no 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 she starts fucking screaming. I was like, ooh. I said it is like dating a Latina. Leave fucking wigging out in public. My wife, by the way, full disclosure, if anyone's new to listening to us, um my wife is Salvadorian, so I can say this. I have firsthand experience. Okay.
He has the
um
scars to prove it.
literally get a couple cuts. Um, but yeah, I want to see Obsession. But I told my kids because they want to see. I'm like, I'm going to the fucking theater to see it. I'll see that at home for two
Yeah.
reasons. One, you don't really need to go to the theater for that, and two, I'll be less scared at home because I heard it's kind of scary. So,
Yeah, because I can
um,
snuggle up in my blanket fortress and
for
watch it
real,
safely.
it takes a lot for me to go to the theater anymore. It's so expensive, and most movies are not worth the price of that. Like I have a big TV at home. I just watch it at home.
Right.
I always say that, but then I end up just watching it on my computer. But but still, it's I mean, what's the I'll go to like a big action flick, but like a fucking rom-com at the theater, not at those prices, sir.
Well, like for me, like when I was doing the AMC pass, I loved that
Hmm.
thing. And two movies in a month more than covers it, for the price of the
Yeah,
subscription
that's
for a
true.
month.
Yeah.
And
But they don't
that
drop enough movies nowadays.
well, yeah, nowadays this was before the pandemic too. So
Mm,
before the pandemic, I would even go to movies that I was kind of like, I don't know if I really want to see that. But now I was like, oh, it's not gonna cost me nothing.
right.
I would go and see that. But yeah, since I think that's been a problem too. Like, you always hear about like, oh, movie theaters are dying and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but there hasn't the COVID and the actors strike really kind of fucked up how things are. And I knew after that it was going to take a few years for them to catch up again. But it was always going to
Well,
be.
then also you see the industry kind of getting better too, with the theaters. Like they upgraded the seats, and you see a lot of them doing niche shit. Like we have a couple here in the valley that you can get a meal while you're watching the movie and shit. Like that's kind of cool. Like
Yeah.
the prices are insane, but if you're going every once in a while, like now you can go. They got a full bar at that. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, like you're
So
supposed to be watching a movie.
I saw somebody post online. You know how sometimes people you'd see like um usually it's right wing where they're posting their receipt and then it's like thanks Biden or whatever
Oh yeah, yeah,
for how expensive things are. But there would be some people that were posting their movie ticket like their concession receipt when they go these prices are ridiculous and for concessions and they'd have like a $300 bill and you look and when you read it you see like 35 hot dogs and you're
yeah.
just like
Fuck out of
you're
here.
just like it's like well maybe ease up on the hot dogs that might help a little bit, you know.
I thought this was America. So funny.
But yeah, and so yeah, for me it's like I'd like to, and I know there's like a couple of AMC's around here.
Yeah.
um and I was like,
There's
and
a
then of course
Hawkins across the street from my house. I can see it.
there's a Harkin. I think there's two out over here, two Harkins, and one by the stadium,
Yeah,
the Cardinal Stadium. Which for people listening, I'm like literally like a 10-minute car ride from.
yeah. I he's by the stadium, but I'm by Superstition Springs Mall. Um, so I'm not trying to flex, but the Superstition Springs Mall is so cool because it has this. I forget what it's called, but there's a movie theater in there too, and it's cheap. It's not a dollar theater though. They have current movies, but the problem is, so you walk in there, it is a 1997 movie theater. There's
Oh,
no stadium seating. It's the regular little bench seat, so you got to flip it down, and the
mm,
speakers are only coming from the front. So you're just watching a big TV. But we'll go there for like not so much, my kids are a little older, but we used to go there for like the kids movies and blah blah
oh
blah. You
right.
know what I mean? Because the tickets were about 450, 550 a head.
Holy
Kids were a
shit.
little cheaper, and then they have this
Those are
popcorn and
like
drink.
1990 prices.
I know. And they have this popcorn and drink. The thing that where you're really saving money, the concession. The concession is reasonably priced. It's not insane, So that's the one that I take my kids to, if they're not fucking pitching in, because you can kiss my ass, But I don't know. I like the theater. It's just everything is so fucking expensive,
Yeah.
and you got to start cutting. It's cheaper to make investments on entertainment at home now
Oh yeah.
than to go out somewhere. Like we have a we don't even have the greatest. We have a 65-inch in the living room. And we have a one of them fucking the big ass couches that look like a C sectional.
Oh yeah. Sectional. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a big ass sectional, and we'll have movie nights and we'll hang
In
out in there.
fact, in fact, you have a C-sectional.
Hey,
Uh,
hey now.
don't
Well,
say, you better not repeat that because you may end up coming home and JD Vance is hanging out on your couch.
when the baby's coming in crooked, you got to get a D sectional. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would do that, and then like perfect example. So I think Steve remembers, but I had a something called an Ein Odin 2, which was like a handheld gaming device. It's basically just Android with a controller connected to it, but
Oh yeah,
and I love the damn thing. And I sold it to buy a Steam Deck a long time ago, but then my wife needed money, and I just gave her the money. Well, no one's buying a Steam Deck anymore. I don't know if I don't know if you've noticed, but the price hike was real. I'm like, get out of here for fucking hardware that's 10 years old. You can kiss my ass.
what is
Um,
it? What was it going for? Like,
the
uh,
cheapest one is like eight something or nine something. It used to be $400.
yeah,
Like it damn
okay,
near
yeah,
doubled in price. Because the thing is that Valve is a huge software distribution company, but with their hardware, they're like a boutique shop.
mm,
They don't have the connections to be mass produced and shit like that. So it's stupid expensive. But anyway, so I bought it was a little promotion gift because I just got a promotion at work. I bought what the fuck was it called? A Retroid Flip 2. So it's a clamshell, um, and it's got a single 5.5-inch OLED. Oh no, I'm sorry, AMOLED screen. Okay, and it can play up to PS2 games. So that's currently on Hong Kong. It's on its way. I've been tracking it. You know, our friends in China have set me up, but so I picked that up, and then so now I'm like, okay, cool. So now I have this device because I commute to work on the bus. It takes me like 45 minutes. It's fucking game. I have a Switch Lite. I fucking play games on that all the time, and I mostly play old games anyway. Like I've been playing what the fuck was it? The Legend of Zelda Seasons for the Game Boy Color. That's what I've been
Oh,
playing.
oh yeah, that was what I forgot to tell you is that I have been playing that little handheld, the one you gave me for my birthday,
Oh, nice,
uh, last year, and that I've been playing basically the Star Wars Nintendo games and the
nice.
PlayStation 2, like Boba Fett and stuff
So
like that.
I see that you like to be punished then because those games are fucking hard.
Oh yeah, I had those on console games, and
Yeah.
yeah,
The
I
Super
was
Nintendo one is famously, I think people have killed themselves. Like the game is so difficult. It's a
oh
good
yeah.
game though, but it's
Mm.
difficult.
Yeah, and I was playing the old Shadows of the Empire,
Mm.
and also of course Rogue Squadron,
I was
because
playing Rogue Squadron the other day because I pulled up. I was in the N64. I have legally I have every Nintendo 64 game that ever came out in the US, and I was playing I just popped that in, and I was fucking, it's immediate action. You're like, oh shit, and the soundtrack's all crazy. I was like, fuck, this is crazy. But yeah, that good times, man. Good times, great oldies. Cool
oh yeah.
94.5. This is station here. um but yeah, so I got that, and then I have to what do I have to do? I have to fix the car up. My wife won't shut up because the paint's like eaten by the sun, so I need to go get it touched up, and she wants me to fix the steering wheel because it rattles. I'm like, I don't care. Does it
Oh yeah,
move?
yeah, my cousin, her car, she just got her windows tinted, and she was like, "Yeah, I have to get these tinted because it's so hot in the car." And
It's still gonna be hot in the car. It's not gonna.
it does
It
make a
helps,
bit.
but
It
yeah.
helps. It helped quite a bit. It actually, because I've gotten in there and when it was really hot, and it was just like, oh, I should have brought a pan of cookie dough in here. Uh, and
By the
but
time we get there, we're enjoying chocolate chip.
and but yeah, it is noticeably cooler, you
Yeah.
know. And but she's got great AC in there, so it cools off pretty quickly. But yeah, it's just one of those where it's just like, okay, that's cool. It's like, you know, but yeah, I know it's like it's still it's still made out of a type of metal, so it's still gonna burn up inside.
Yeah, and the cops out here, they have these little cards that tell them if the tint's too much, and they'll give you a ticket because people get like limo tint or something, and then they're like,
Oh,
no. I don't know how. Like, I was in a car one time, dude had illegal tint, and you couldn't even see. It
mm.
was nighttime. I'm like, dude, you can't even see out the window. And he's like, no, it's all right. I'm like, all right.
No, I got the tint on the front and on the inside because that's
Right.
why.
It's negative 20 in the car. Like, what the fuck?
Why am I? It's 112 outside, and I'm in a parka in your car.
How is this even real? Look what's happening. It's so funny.
You got frost on your eyebrows and shit.
You fucking freezing your ass off. Like, fucking Jesus Christ.
Oh man. Oh, I wanted to ask you this because I saw this and I laughed at it. I was on YouTube. There was a I can't remember who was conducting the interview, but they were talking to the head editor of Wired,
Mhm.
and they asked her and it was a chick, so I was like, going, oh, okay. And then I was in my mind, I'm
I'm paying
thinking,
attention.
but in my mind, I'm thinking DEI. Of course, it has to be DEI, right? Um, because God forbid a woman knows anything about tech, right?
That's right.
Uh, but they were asking her why is Wired anti-tech, and I
What?
was like, what are you fucking even talking about?
That's one of those questions you get asked, and you have to start with a sigh. Where you go,
Well, the funny thing was her look. She gave this look of like, when a dog hears a noise they're not quite familiar, and they do that head tilt,
yeah,
you
like,
know,
huh?
huh? That's kind of what she did. Was like, huh? And it was because Wired, and I go to Wired all the time, but they were talking about how, um, well, because they're always doing stories that would be perceived as anti-tech, like they're going after AI, or they're going after Meta, or they're going after, like recently, I caught a article on there which was talking about how Meta, in their app for that works with their Meta AI glasses, they
Yeah.
had facial recognition software installed in the app, and Wired discovered the code in there. So they did an article saying, "Hey, guess what? Meta has facial recognition AI in there." And Meta denied it, and everybody denied it. And then a little later, they found there was an update, and then they looked in there. That code was gone.
Interesting.
And the lady's like, "Oh, you mean holding tech companies accountable? Is that
Yeah.
the problem?"
It's
And I was like,
anti-capitalism, not anti-technology.
yeah, it's like she's like, no, I think she goes, and she's talking about how no companies should go in there, and as she goes, as journalists, we should be reporting stuff that's going to affect people, and and I go, yeah, because how Fortune magazine, said, oh my God, look, Sam Bankman-Fried, he's an amazing guy. We should all do this. The chick from Theranos, oh my God, she's amazing. They basically suck the dick of these people, and guess what? They're all convicted felons now.
Right.
It's like, and
Funny
like
how
all,
that works out, you know?
yeah, and right now they're doing all the sucking the dick of all these, AI companies and stuff like that. While one of them, if they got so who was it? Oh my God, I can't remember which head of an AI company uh got so scared of the regulations that they're doing in the United States
Oh,
because
I know who you're talking. I can't remember his name either, but it's
and
funny because he was the one who was trying to be rampant about it in the beginning.
yeah, and then he moved to Argentina,
Yeah.
and everybody's like,
Yeah,
"Isn't that where all Nazis go?" People were saying online.
right. I mean, they're right.
Mhm.
You know, it's interesting. You know, I've been saying that a lot lately. It's interesting. It's interesting. Cuz when I was younger, I would say it's shocking, but as I get older, it's just interesting. I'm not shocked anymore. I'm just interested. Like, oh, yeah, that's happening. Got it.
I find myself saying a lot of, and you're surprised. Like
Exactly.
it's
I
like
100% agree. Oh, you're
but
shocked. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, sit down. You'll settle in, you know.
Well, it's like everything with Xbox right now, where they're talking about separating
Mm,
one of the things on the table is separating, because I think it's one of the three is they could either make it like its own division, like they do with GitHub and LinkedIn. They can still make it shitty, but they have their own leadership, to spin off that company, and or they can uh, merge it with someone, like get a partner in there, or then just sell it outright. And I'm
it's
like,
funny too because Microsoft, I'm honestly impressed with Microsoft. I've never seen a company
fuck
destroy its
themselves.
own fucking shit so effectively and quickly in my life. Like to the point that I'm like, I feel like this
You
was the
kind of
plan
have to be
all along.
impressed. You kind of have to be
You
impressed.
really do. Cause if you look at the history of 21st century gaming, um, Microsoft has been third place the entire fucking time. I think the 360 had a little bit of fun there when the PlayStation was too expensive, but in the end, the PS3 was the better console. So
Oh yeah.
it it's been the loser the whole time, and now I feel like no one can be so incompetent by accident. I feel like every decision they've made has just destroyed and sunk all Xbox. I feel like they're just cash grabbing it up, and they just plan on selling it out. They don't want to deal with it anymore because they make money off of fucking other shit now. It's all these
Yeah.
tech companies.
Well,
They
they
don't
said that
care about
they said it.
consumers anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I think they said they were making their money on cloud, and I know it's not AI because they're spending a lot of money on AI,
Yeah,
and nobody's
Copilot ain't
using
making no fucking money. I'll tell you that much right now.
it. But yeah,
Um,
they said, and and then they bought like Activision, Blizzard, and it's just like some people were saying that, well, maybe they should have just started doing, you know, what do you call it? Um, oh my God, why I can't forget the word? Just exclusives, more exclusives to the
oh yeah,
Xbox,
yeah.
giving reason for people to buy an Xbox or at
Well,
least
yeah,
computer gaming.
it was funny because when they got rid of exclusives, at first they said, "Oh, we're going to put our games on PC." That made sense because they're Microsoft, right?
Right.
Then they saw then they had no, 'cause it was all on Sony now. And everyone was mad. And it's like they were confused. Why would you be upset about that? It's like because asshole, you sold them an Xbox. They don't have the other two fucking they don't give a shit about that. You're just helping other people get your shit. You're not selling Xboxes anymore. I remember the first day and when Sony was starting to put their games on PC, everybody on Reddit was like, "Well, now I don't need a PS5."
Yeah.
And now Sony's backtracking on that. Now they don't want to put games on the. Now they were a little smarter about it because they put you had to wait a year and then their shit would be on PC. But um it's I feel like the only thing they have gaming wise that anyone deals with is the Game Pass, and they just lowered the price on that because the previous CEO was a knucklehead and put it on $30 a month. I'm like, brother, like, no, thank you.
Well, it's funny because like, some people had a good point of taking some of the bigger games, do what PlayStation did, basically take some of the bigger games that don't give a reason for people to buy those games off of Game Pass. Like Sony,
Yeah,
how Sony did that off of PlayStation. They took out all the Call of Duty games off of that and lowered the price of the uh, PlayStation Plus. And they said you can play any game except Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I think, was going to have a longer window before they
because
made
that's
it.
one of those. It's like a sports game now. The people who
Eh,
are going to buy that are going to buy it.
yeah,
They would just be shooting themselves in the foot. If they were giving that away for free.
and
Yeah,
but yeah, and at the same time, like, I mean, when was the last Halo game done? Like 5 years ago. Uh,
it was good
Fall,
too.
yeah, and Fallout 10, like Fallout 4 was what, 10 years ago.
Well, they
Uh,
did. Halo did just drop a game, but they completely remade the first Halo. So I'll call that half a game. I heard it was really cool, and they added a bunch of new missions and shit, but it's still just a remake.
yeah,
And I personally am okay with remakes. I know a lot of people hate them and think they're a scourge on the industry, but to be honest, if you have a game like Capcom, first of all, Capcom cannot miss. They they've I think the last like fucking 8 games they've come out have been bangers, but they've been remaking the entire Resident Evil series.
oh
So
right,
I think they skipped one, which kind of makes sense. There's no way to make that a modern game. But they started with 2 and I've played the second one. And I got to tell you, completely new engine. We got voice acting. They fleshed out the story. These were good games that did not age well. People today, a 13-year-old today ain't gonna fucking play Resident Evil 2 from the 90s. It's
oh yeah,
it, it's like moving a tank. That's why they remade the Tomb Raider games as well. They did the same thing, not Capcom, but they did the same thing. It's because that control scheme doesn't exist anymore, so no one wants to relearn it or learn it or whatever. So I think remakes are really good. Now, if the
no,
remake's shitty,
you were right about the relearning.
yeah, for real. Now if the remake is shitty and it's just an obvious cash grab, then people get even more upset than if it was just a bad game because now you've shit on their childhood as well
Right.
as made a bad game. But yeah, Capcom, if you definitely want a new game but you can't think of what to get, just buy a Capcom game, because they literally all their games out right now are the shit. So they're also adding Tifa Lockhart to Street Fighter 6. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't play fighting games, but I might pick it up. It's my wife Tifa's on there. Okay.
Come on.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like what I'm doing here, you have two ways to help. One, if you would like to make this show self-sustaining, buy me a Dr. Pepper or feed my cat his bougie food. You can make a one-time donation through either PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle. Check the show notes for details and links. Or two, you can share us on social media or review us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. This will make the algorithm gods promote our show to an unsuspecting public. You can check out all of my content, including my other podcasts, at thelazygeeks.com. You can also stalk me on the socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, Threads, and TikTok at thelazygeeks, all one word. And if you're old school, email me at thelazygeeksnetwork@gmail.com. So that's it for me this week. Until next time, we're thinking so you don't have to.